My name is Allie, and I live in a country where following Christ can be dangerous. I grew up knowing about both Islam and Christianity. I was born into a Muslim family, so Islam was the faith I followed for most of my life. But about 10 years ago, something began to change in my heart. Two sisters from a Christian church came into my life. They spoke with me about their faith and shared God's love with me. The way they talked about God was different. It felt warm and personal. Even though I could not attend church regularly at first, I felt drawn to what they shared. In my heart, I knew something was happening. But following that feeling was not easy. My husband was a Muslim, and he did not agree with my decision to explore Christianity. Our beliefs became a source of tension between us. Many of our disagreements came from this difference in faith. During that time, life became very difficult for me. I was often sick, stressed, and unable to sleep. It felt like a dark cloud surrounded my life. The more I struggled, the more I realized I needed a change. I needed peace. I came to believe that the step I needed to take was baptism. I felt that beginning a new life with God would bring the healing and peace my heart was searching for. I didn't ask my husband for permission. My sister took me to church, and I was baptized. When my husband later found out, he was very upset. He felt that I had betrayed the Muslim faith. Our conflict became deeper, and eventually our marriage ended. It was not only my conversion that led to the separation. I also realized that I wanted freedom and independence from the traditional expectations of that marriage. My husband already had another wife, and I felt it was time for me to live my own life. Even though that season was painful, I never regretted my decision. When I came up out of the water at my baptism, I felt completely renewed, like a new life had begun. With Jesus, I felt freedom, peace, and support. I knew I was no longer alone. My son knew about my decision. At first, he was concerned and questioned why I had left Islam. I explained that my choice came from a sincere desire to follow God and live in faith. Over time, he began to understand. Today, we have a good relationship, and I thank God for answering my prayers for peace in our family. Sometimes people don't understand the peace and joy that come from faith. Because of that, some become jealous or speak against you. I've even had instances where people spoke curses out onto me. But I have learned not to live in fear. I trust that God is my protector and my defender. My health and my spirit suffered during those seasons, but through faith and prayer, I found strength and protection in God. I learned not to live in fear, but to trust that God is my defender. Now my prayers are simple. I pray for the health and safety of my loved ones, especially my son and my grandson. I pray that God continues to guide our family and give us peace. If I could speak to myself from 10 years ago, I would say this: come to faith sooner. It's never too late to turn to God, but it's better not to wait. Looking back, I have no regrets. Choosing this path cost me my marriage, but it gave me something far greater. Through faith in Jesus, I found peace, clarity, and a deeper connection with God, and I know I am never alone again.